Hey guys, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. So today we are setting up a relay network around Duna and landing a probe on the surface so we can scout out a good base spot. Alright, so here we are just lining up, or actually we were just lining up our aerobraking maneuver, and now we're filling up our oxidizer tanks for the little probes, because for some reason, when I undocked from the Minmus space thingamabobber, it didn't put oxidizer in those tanks, so I'm just pumping some from the little lander probes. But yeah, here we are filling those up and getting ready for re-entry. Or what did we call re-entry? Or just getting ready for aerobraking, I'd say. But yeah, since Duna's atmosphere is so thin, we are able to aerobrake without any problem, and I don't have to use any fuel to get through, or to get into a Duna orbit. A stable one, that is. But yeah, here we are. Pretty close to the atmosphere, I'd say. Not too far off. And I'll just be retracting my solar panels. You know, we don't want those to get ripped off. And then we will warp into the atmosphere. And there's where it starts, right at 50,000 meters. Now, you won't see any heating yet. That doesn't happen until about 30,000-ish. So we'll be getting re-entry heating here pretty shortly. Here we go, re-entry heating. But look at those flames. It looks really cool, in my opinion. I'm glad we didn't need to use a heat shield, because they weigh a lot, and they're kind of unwieldy. I mean, the inflatable one is pretty good, but this is perfect right here, in my opinion. But there we go. As you can see, the Duna escape is ever so slowly getting longer and longer. But here it is. We are right at periaps now, at about 2,000. Actually, we're not quite at periaps. Periaps is right at 2,000. But here we are, diving deeper and deeper into the atmosphere. And I'm just checking the Duna escape, and it's slowly, ever so surely closing in. So we'll be stuck in the Duna gravity well here fairly soon. But look at all that speed we're bleeding off. And there we are, about to hit orbit, as you can see there. Now, this re-entry I had to do twice, because the first time it was so low that it just went into a suborbital trajectory. Sorry about that, I'm not so good at speaking. But that's alright, because this time I got it right. And it was perfect. Now, here we are. You can sort of hear the re-entry effects. Doesn't sound like it's going nearly as fast anymore. Probably because it isn't. Because now we're only going about 1 kilometer a second, which may sound fast, but well, it isn't too fast, orbital-wise. I mean, unless of course you're on a moon, like Minmus. Minmus, that's way past orbital trajectory. But for Duna, that's pretty good. And here we are. I try to do physical warp here, but every time it'll like shake a little bit, so I've got to turn it off and then turn it back on again. Physical warp is kind of weird. I've blown up my Minmus base many times with physical warp, so it kind of likes to destroy craft, unfortunately. but it's always fixable by just not doing it, or by not doing physical warp. Like with the minimus base, I know that anything above like 2 will just blow up the whole base. It just messes things up. But yeah, here we are, just fixing up our orbit so it's like a proper, oh, proper equatorial orbit. And look at those ice caps. That looks cool. It doesn't look anything like, well, it does look a lot like real Mars, but I don't think real Mars has ice caps like that. And those ice caps are also a little bit pink at the edge, so maybe I'll send a probe up there to see that. But I plan on building a little space station on here too, because I think a space station would be a lot of fun to have in Duna orbit. That would make getting stuff from Ike super easy, and refueling ships to, I don't know, maybe go onto the Jewel system, because I do want to colonize the Jewel system next. That'll be fun. I wonder what Duna Jewel transfer looks like. And I should probably also go to Drez as well. Drez would be cool. We could make a little base in the Drez Canyon. That'd be fun. But yeah, right now I really like Duna. Since the atmosphere is so thin, it makes landing craft so easy because they're already slowed down by the atmosphere. But yeah, it doesn't overheat and explode everything, which is really nice. But yeah, here we are just setting up the relay network. I tried to get into an equilateral triangle, but it kind of just turned into an isosceles triangle shape, which, it's better than nothing. Or at least it's not like a scalene triangle shape, which would mess up the whole thing probably. I don't even think that's possible. Scalene triangle? I think you'd have to have different orbital levels for it to be in that shape. And I think calling it a scalene triangle, or an isosceles triangle, is correct. But as you can see, it does cover most of the Duna system right there, which is nice, and the lines are green, which is a very, very good sign. Now, I kind of tried to do something like what Matt Lone does. If you don't know him, he's a famous-ish KSP YouTuber. Actually, he was in my, there's this little tab over next to the side of my channel on the home screen, which is like similar channels, and Matt Lone is in there. I'm subscribed to him too, which I thought was funny. I didn't think my subscriptions would show up there, but I guess since I do all these KSP videos, it did. But I think I'll talk about another topic, and that is why I stopped doing Minecraft videos. Well, for one thing, of course, I got bored with Minecraft. Which, surprise, surprise there. But they were not very interesting. In fact, I don't even have Minecraft downloaded on my new computer. One major problem I thought was when Microsoft bought it, it got super commercialized, which I hated. I don't know why, but I just thought it was goofy how many toys were made. Like Lego Minecraft. That's never something I think I'd ever see. I mean, I know they're similar, but Legos and Minecraft. I don't know, I just never saw that. Oh yeah, and this part takes forever because I'm so low. It'll, oh man, yeah, it was awful waiting for that. Another, oh, There it goes, trying to go into sleep mode. Silly computer. But yeah, and I also want to resume those Halo anniversary videos. I need to do that sometime. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe later in the week, next weekend, I might do one of those. The reason I haven't done too many of those is because they were getting really, really low views. I mean, yeah, I was just like, ugh. It wasn't like the best series I've ever done. Unlike the Halo Reach series, which was fairly popular, I enjoy doing that one a lot. So I might get back into doing the Halo anniversary videos, but I noticed no one actually goes back to watch the older videos to get caught up, which I'm unsure why, because I love doing that, even if they're unpopular videos. But I'll start commenting on what's going on right now. Right now, I am closing up the solar panels on this little probe. You might recognize it from the Moon and Minmus bases, which you would be correct. That is what this little probe is. And it works just as well on Duna. No surprise. The little engine, I think it's called the Spark, I want to say, is super, super, super good. And I've got plenty of fuel on it. I mean, it was overkill for Minmus, and it was great on the moon, so I was like, you know what? It'll be perfect for Duna. And yep, it was just fine. The hilarious thing is that we were going so slow is that we didn't get any re-entry heating whatsoever. I mean, I bet it still would have ripped off the solar panels, but didn't even heat up, didn't hear anything. It was kind of funny. But here we are. I'd say this mission is a success. And it, even though it took me a long, long time to do. But one other thing I need to talk about is like why all these videos aren't coming out on Saturdays. I know my schedule is that I post a video on Saturday. I know I'm always busy or doing other things, and I need to get back to my Saturday schedule. So I should probably stop trying to make videos like Friday night and just start doing them throughout the week. That would probably make more sense to do. But I think this is sped up 2 times. Not sure. Yeah, it's sped up 2 times. But yeah, the landing is pretty uneventful. Not much happens. I hop around a little bit to find good flat terrain. And yeah, it goes pretty well. Now for the Duna station, or Duna space station, I think I'll try and make it out of like Mark III parts or something like that. Just because those make it look really cool. Something a little bit different from my moon base. Oh, that's another thing I need to do, is get Valentina, Bob, Bill, and Jeb back from the moon and Minmus bases and slash stations. That way they can be the first people in Duna, because that'd be pretty cool. Because I don't want to leave them in there forever. So I might break out the SSTO again and do a mission like that for next video. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd personally enjoy that. I don't know if you guys would, but I mean, you can always comment it down in the comment section. Which the only person that comments on my videos is the Broken Monitor, which is actually one of my friends. You guys will recognize him from the Halo Reach series and a few other of my videos. But other than that, it's like you guys are scared of commenting on my videos. I'm not gonna hate on you guys. In fact, I quite enjoy the criticism. That way I know what to fix in my videos. One thing that my friends wanted me to change is how I'm kind of quiet in my videos and I don't speak up a lot. So I'm trying to fix that, and hopefully I'm doing a little bit better. At least I hope. None of my friends have watched my newer videos, but I think I'm getting better. But here we are, about to do a landing, which, it could have gone a little bit smoother. That's alright. Of course, this ground is not suitable at all for base building, so I move on down a little bit. And then I land one more time, I think. I'm fairly certain I do. Or I land 2 more times, actually. Because I land once here, and this ground isn't all that flat either. Which, that's fine, because I've got so much fuel I can hop around this canyon for a good amount of time. But another thing is that if you look up in at the timer, it's only been 11 minutes. It took no time to land right there. That's incredible. I think Duna is probably one of my favorite planets so far. I mean, it's pretty awesome. If you were to combine the moon with Kerbin, Duna is what you'd get. I'm also excited to go to Jewel, mostly because it's got Lathe and Tylo, and those two are really cool. Now, Tylo, of course, I'll probably build a base on, but it'll just be like a habitation base. I won't drill on it because, I mean, it'd be completely pointless to send up fuel from there, since, you know, its gravity is so high that putting it in a station would just use more fuel. But definitely a good place to mine would be like Bop and Paul and those kind of places, which those will be fun to colonize. Actually, you know, just colonizing the whole Jewel system will be cool. I'm excited for that. That'll be so much fun to do. And yeah. But here we are, about to land. Looky there. I think we finally find a flat spot. Now, it's not very big, but that's okay, because we can make bases in other locations instead of just one. That way, that I should probably do, because that minimum space is a little bit laggy and a little bit uncontrollable, and it just wants to explode all the time. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.